Wow, very interesting. I'm really curious why Simon chose this song. Hello everyone, a very, very good Friday. My name is Emiel, I'm open source ambassador at SUSE, and I want to welcome you all in this Friday Ketchup. Thank you very much for watching, and I have the honor to be here together with my friend and partner. We were here together at the great event Ospology Live in Lyon, so we're actually in Lyon at the moment, and this is a great event hosted by LF Energy, and we had many conversations about how digital sovereignty can help OSPOs going further. But now we are going to talk about two other topics. Simon, can you please introduce yourself briefly to the audience?
Okay, so my name is Simon Clavier. I work for the French railway company SNCF, but that I have another head, I would say hat, all right, okay. That is that I'm head of an association which is called TOSIT, TOSIT.IET.IFR.
Yeah, we'll put it underneath here.
Oh yeah, that would be nice. And this is an association with only end users, you know, so there is no IT service provider.
Okay.
And the specificity is that we were 5 and we are now 25. And what we are trying to do since 2017 is how big organization, you'll see on the website, do progress on open source.
Okay.
Providing open source into our company, choosing the good open source, and then how to give back to the community, how to participate in the collective, you know, and not only be takers, but be makers, you know, all right?
Yeah, so give and take.
Exactly.
And, wow, okay, awesome. That's really cool. And then I'm curious, TOSIT is based in France?
Yes.
Does it also have a global or a European explanation?
No. So that is what I would like to talk about. That is that it's, for me, it exists only in France, you know, having this type of only with end users, and it has a big value because we are with companies or organizations that there is private and public sectors with both, and we have the same problems, you know, we have a bit the same IT, big size, and we are providing software a bit the same, you know, and we are struggling with how to do more open source, you know, and we are helping each other, you know, on different level. That is, for example, one have tried this software and is very happy of it, you know, so we'll say, okay, it's in production, it works, it's on this usage, you should try it. And we help each other, you know, to mastering or implement this tool, but it's also about a strategy, you know, how did you convince, for example, your management to do open source, or how do you have the maintenance of the open source? So maybe you can have contract, you know, to have support for having your open source and SLAs and so on. Everything that IT company, IT service wants, you know. And it's very powerful, and we are at a level that we are collaborating so well that when something happens in the ecosystem, for example, we give you a clear example, which is when Hortonworks was bought by Cloudera, you know, they shut down the code. By us, there was two companies, which is EDF, Electricity and Finance Tax Office, you know. They used the product Hortonworks and they decided to fork it, you know. And they really put efforts together to go on and then bring into it other members of TOSIT, and it leads to a product you can find on the website, which is Trunk Data Platform, which is a fork of Hortonworks, and is still working as it. And we are in this way of, it could be prolongate, you know, software, but we are also thinking about when the software is not sufficient, open source software is not sufficient to do what you need. If you do a traditional make or buy, you know, you say, oh no, it's too bad. I'll make it or I'll buy it. Then the idea is, okay, but we are all together, you know, it's okay for 60%, it fails 40%. Let's build it, you know. Let's finance together the 40% which is lacking, you know. And this is where we want to go. And this is something you can do when you are end users without, it's not we don't like IT vendors and so on. This is that if you want to have trust and you want to be sure that what someone says is real, you know, and is not a bit pervert, you know, by maybe commercial interest and so on, it's better to have this kind of organization. And I think what we achieved to do in France could be achieved at a European scale, and even global. Broad, even global.
Even global, okay.
And this is, so this is where it's a call, that is that if you're interested in that, in doing that in your own country, just not give a call, but send a mail, you know. Yeah. We're really happy to testimony of how we are doing it and why we are doing it.
Okay, so leave a comment under the Friday Ketchup, and I will definitely come back to you. Simon will come back to you. So thank you very much already for this invite, and you as the audience for coming back. I have another question, because we're here in France, and I will be back in France again in December for a great event that I'm invited to speak. But can you tell us more about this event?
Yes, this event here, maybe you can see it, is the open source experience. All right, so it happens on 10th and 11th December 2025 in Cité des Sciences et de l'Industrie in Paris. Yeah. So it's the very big event about open source in France each year, and it gathers different. This is different things. This is companies showing what they are doing in open source, the skills. So they have a lot of booths. Yeah. And for example, we will be here to show that what TOSIT does. The code, the dynamics, and so on. Wow. And then you have a lot of conference about different topics on open source, like the usual topics you can have today. And I think what is very interesting also for our company, and this is what we are trying to do, we are trying to bring some people from our management to this event. Because when we succeed to do that, we had such comment like, oh, I had no idea this ecosystem was so broad and so competent and so rich, you know. So it's really a very good event to seize how powerful, you know, this open source movement is, but it's professional, you know, like it's really, you know, it's mature. It's not in the garage anymore, you know. So that's very important to show that. If you're interested in open source and what's the state of the art, this is definitely, if you are in France especially, a very good event to go.
Yeah, I looked in the program as well, and I saw some great names. And I'm talking about digital sovereignty there, but there are many different topics there, and I'm really looking forward to it. Thank you very much for this, but not, of course, before you explain us why we listened to the music we were listening to.
Okay,
I'll turn it on again a little bit. Yes. So in the background it will be playing. Other thumb. So here we go again.
Okay. So,
a little bit. Though.
So it's a jazz band, but quite modern, you know, which is doing music which is quite easy to listen. Sometimes jazz is a bit complicated, but I invite you to hear this music on a video you can find on YouTube, which is a live recording of the event, and at the end there is a solo from a keyboard, which is like the touch of God is above him, you know, and so it's worth to listen and to discover.
And now always in Friday Ketchup, I'm looking for a connection between your favorite music and your love for open source. Do you see a connection between the two?
I think the connection, I'm a musician myself, and I'm doing a bit jazz, and I think this kind of improvisation, you know, how do you have to know to look out what the bassist is doing, what the drummer is doing, you know, something, and sometimes something is happening, you know, it's magical, you know, between humans and sharing things, you know, and I think it has a lot to do with open source.
Absolutely, wow. Okay, well, next time if you come to Amsterdam, make sure that let me know, because there was a great jazz bar there, very small, but if we're able to get in, that's really fantastic. Simon, thank you very much. You all, thank you very much for watching. If you want to win a pluche chameleon, make sure that you leave a comment, and if I discuss your question in the next Friday Ketchup, you will get such a chameleon from us. Thank you very much. I look forward to see you hopefully in Paris on the 10th of the 11th of December. Thank you all very much, and let's go back to this beautiful band called
Snacky Puppy.